Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 apartment speed build. So today I decided to use this pretty open apartment that I found. I really like the shape of it. It had tons of windows, which was cool. I was going for more of a rustic, kind of traditional house, I guess, because of the door that it came with. But as I was building it, I just really didn't like that whole theme that I was going with, so I changed it. I made the walls pink. I made it really modern and sort of girly, so it ended up being a way different apartment than I meant to build, but I liked it in the end. I was kind of picturing maybe a single mom and a child or two living here. So that was kind of the decor inspiration once I got into it. Yeah. Right now I'm just building the walls and I haven't changed the theme yet, but I will in a little bit. And halfway through I also changed the floors again from when I had them in the first place because I didn't really like those either. So I decided to put the kitchen more in the back of the house. It's definitely not as easy to get to as most of my kitchens, which are usually right in the forefront or so. I wouldn't really consider this kitchen a good one for entertaining exactly, but who knows, you can use it for whatever. There is a dining room as well, so lots of dinner parties can be thrown here. There's lots of seating for people, but the main part of the house is definitely the foyer and the living room. So now I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent here. I don't really have much to say about the house anymore, but I do really want to talk about toddlers. They added toddlers to The Sims 4, and I'm so freaking excited about that. I built this house before they added toddlers, so there isn't a toddler room here. I considered going in and changing it, but I didn't want to re-record everything. That would just be a hassle, so next build will definitely have a toddler room in it. Tomorrow's build will be for the Newcrest series. And while I'm talking about that, I do want to say another thing quickly. This is going to be my last apartment build for a little while, probably a few weeks, just because I am really excited to play my Newcrest Town series in the Let's Play, like actually play The Sims, not build. And it's gonna be a really long time before I get to do that if I am only releasing one Newcrest build a week. There's 15 lots in Newcrest, so I have to get them out, all of them out before I start playing so that it makes more sense. And you've gotten to see all the houses and the buildings, you've gotten to meet the families a little bit and get to know them from my descriptions while I talk about them in the builds. So yeah, from now on there's going to be at least 2 Newcrest builds a week, possibly more if I want to speed things up, but we'll see what I can fit in my schedule. Yeah, so tomorrow's build, I decided to take the opportunity and use an empty lot that I hadn't built in Newcrest yet, and I made a family with a toddler, and they're so cute. Oh my gosh, you can make them so chubby and adorable, and yeah, I'm just really excited to play the toddlers in the game. It's been so long since we've had that life stage. The Sims 3 had toddlers, and that was one of my favorite parts of having a family, was getting to play with the toddlers, to teach them to walk, to talk, to, get their skills going before they're even children in school. I really like that. So I'm glad that they decided to add toddlers in a free update so everyone can get it, not just people who pay for it. It's good because I haven't got the vampire expansion pack yet because I do not have any money for it at this time. But I'm hoping to get it soon because I really want to play vampires as well. Also a really fun part of the game they had in The Sims 3 as well. I'm just really looking forward to all the updates in The Sims. Plus, someone went through and found the coding in The Sims 4 that seems to indicate we might be getting pets soon, and that's going to be so awesome. those are probably my three favorite things of The Sims 3 were toddlers, vampires, and pets. And maybe the Island Paradise expansion pack. It was really fun to run a hotel and like a getaway. So I'm really hoping to get all my new crest builds out really soon and start with the Let's Play. Get to play some toddlers and the other families of new crests, which we've met a few already. And now having toddlers is going to add a whole new dynamic to the town. I was feeling a little stuck with just child and teen for the ages of the children because I felt like all the families were going to be pretty much the same, a teen and a child or some combination of them. But now with the toddlers, it just brings a whole new life stage to The Sims, and it'll be really fun to play through them with my new crest families because there's such a story behind the town and all the families, unlike a lot of the Sim families I just make and play just for the heck of it, just to mess around or whatever. I may go back and change some of the families that I've already made. I haven't decided yet. I made, I think, 5 families so far. I believe I've released 2 of the families and 1 of the community lots. So I might go and change some of the families I haven't released yet. But either way, even if I don't, I can still add the toddlers in the new families that I haven't created yet, so there'll still be plenty of toddlers in the New Crest series. And depending on whether or not I get the vampire expansion pack before I release all the families of the New Crest town, I may also add a vampire or 2 in there, maybe a vampire family. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Either way, there's going to be a lot going on in this series. There's going to be a lot of drama in the town because that's super fun to create, obviously. And it's also a lot easier, I feel like, to create good stories with The Sims 4 and their emotions. I know that was one of the main reasons they put in the emotions in the first place, was to make it easier for storytelling, and I think it really works out because you can, in a way, force your Sims to get the emotions that you want through the actions they have with the other Sims, and it just makes for a really nice story. So yeah, looking forward to that in the future. I guess I should talk about the house a little bit now. So like I mentioned earlier, I went with the pink walls, and originally I had a bit of a white marble floor, but it was feeling way too fancy for my taste. That house isn't that fancy and expensive, so I didn't want to make the whole thing seem like that. I didn't want it to seem like my other apartment, the black and gold apartment, which also had like a marble-ish floor. So instead I chose this white wood planking floor, and it looks much better in my opinion. Still very modern and clean and sort of chic, but not as extravagant as you might expect a more glamorous apartment to be. At this point, I basically finished the foyer and the front room of the house. I tried to use the decor to kind of break up that huge front room. It's such a big, spacious room, but I didn't want it to feel like you're walking into a gymnasium or something, just wide open space. So I did this sort of cool thing, at least I think it's kind of cool, with shelves and this cool wall divider, and I made it so it definitely divides the room up, but makes it a little bit heavier, more like a piece of art than just a weird wall divider in the center of somewhere. That would be kind of odd in my opinion, but yeah, I went with a color scheme of, I had the lighter pink walls, but I went with a darker pink and a sort of a lime green or a light green for a lot of the decor. I just thought they went really well together. They were kind of playful, so it worked with that. You can definitely see a young woman and her family living here. She's obviously a very successful single mother, because I don't know a lot of single parents that could afford a place like this, but it's The Sims. That part can be a little bit of a fantasy. The view you can see from this apartment is actually really nice. I love the landscape in the back and at the city, but the actual landscape. This apartment has technically 4 bedrooms and I think 2 bathrooms. I can't quite remember now. And I just realized I think all the bathrooms are actually connected to the bedrooms, not out in the open. I guess I didn't realize that when I was building, but yeah, you'll have to go through the bedrooms to get to the bathroom. It's not a big deal. It's a Sims. It doesn't really matter that much. But one of the bedrooms is an office, so you could easily convert that into another bedroom if you need it, but I always prefer to have an office room in the houses just because I really like office rooms. I love having the computer in a separate room from the rest of the house. It makes it seem much nicer for some reason. I mean, I even converted one of the bedrooms in my actual house into an office because I like them much better. And I don't really need 3 bedrooms in my house right now, so... Oh, and in case you were wondering, I am definitely planning on building my real house in a Sims build some point. I'm not sure when. It might be after the new Crest series builds, but eventually I am going to build my house and show it off. It may not be an exact replica, just because some of the things in my house are hard to recreate in The Sims, and also my house is not finished yet. It's a fixer-upper, so we've been working on it for quite some time now. And still, there are a lot of things that I want to change in the long run, so I might do a sort of mix of how my house is now and how I'd like it to be in the future. So yeah, this bedroom is actually one of the bedrooms that I was considering redoing into a toddler room, but as I said before, that would just be a hassle. The bedroom looks fine like this. You can easily put in a toddler bed instead of a child bed, and it will work perfectly for a toddler. I believe they can use the dollhouse still. You might want to put in some extra toys and whatnot, but that's about it. I built a girls' room just because it seemed to fit with the rest of the house. Just a family of girls living in this pink house. That makes sense. And gosh, those butterflies are my favorite decor in the entire game for kids. I absolutely love those butterflies. I think I put them in every single kid's room for girls I have made so far since they were released. So this lighter blue bedroom is the second bedroom. I imagined either a teen would be in this bedroom or it would be used as a guest bedroom. Either way, it works fine. It's the same as all my other bedrooms that I build. A bed, a couch, a closet, a little bit of decor, a desk. Very simple. I really like how bright this bedroom is. It's got a really airy feel to it, especially because it's so big and spacious. I really like the way this bedroom turned out, actually. If I was a teenager, I would love to be in this bedroom, to be honest. Though, if you do put a teen in here, you'll definitely want to add some extra decor. I left it really basic just so you could use it for whatever and not be forced into like the girl's bedroom like the other one. So now on to the main bedroom. I chose a dark blue just to kind of offset all the pink in it and the rest of the house. So maybe if there's a guy involved in here, he wouldn't feel so awkward staying in this completely pink house. I also went with the dark furniture in here just to offset the rest of the really bright white house. But I do go through and add a bright pink rug so you remember who's living there, of course. The only thing that annoys me about this bedroom is that one of those windows is black. Because you can't change the color of the windows. They're just there, and that must have been in a different room of the house or something originally in the apartment. because that's just that one window is black. But there's nothing I can do about it, so oh well. I'm just going to work on the office, and that's going to wrap up today's speed build. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I post the Sims videos every Friday and Saturday. Also, I am sorry if I sound really raspy in this video because I recorded half of this while I'm sick. So yeah, I apologize for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!